Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you 3 openings for white that you should consider trying to master as a beginner. In the next video I'll show you 3 openings for black that you should try and consider to learn as well. But for the first video we're just going to focus on white. And the first one I'm going to show you is the Italian game, and also as Hikaru would call it, the Gucci piano game. So anyways, you're going to play e4. You're trying to control the center. Black also trying to control the center will play e5. Now you want to attack this e5 pawn, and you also want to develop a piece at the same time. So you're going to play knight f3. Black wants to defend its pawn and also develop a piece, so it's going to play c6. Now you're going to play c4, and c4 is a great move here because you're developing your bishop and you're also attacking this weak f7 square. Now what move gets it into a Gucci piano game? It's going to be this move right here. Bishop c5. Bishop c5 gets this into, the Gucci piano game, which basically just means the slow game, or the quiet game, but don't let this name fool you because this position is nothing but quiet. There's tons of potential here. But the reason why this is a great opening for white is because you're attacking the center, you're developing 2 pieces, you're still attacking this weak f7 square, and you've also set yourself up to castle later on down the line. The Italian is one of the best openings because it teaches you all the fundamentals of chess: developing, controlling the center, castling. You learn how to do all of this in this opening. It's simple, it's solid, and it helps you build good habits that carry on into every other opening. It's clean, it's classical, and it's perfect for improving the fundamentals. So the next opening I wanted to show you is called the Nimzo Larsen attack. Now the move order that I'm going to be showing you is the Reti opening, but the Reti opening transposes into the Nimzo Larsen, so we're just going to call it the Nimzo Larsen attack here. And white's going to start it out by playing b3. Now b3, as you can see the arrows are already setting it up, what you want to do is fianchetto this bishop on b2. This is your main goal for this line, is you're going to play b2 and you're going to give it this nice long diagonal to c, and later in the game when the center starts to open up, this bishop gets extremely powerful. Now black sees that you played b3, and it's going to want to take control of the center because you didn't. So it's going to play d5. And then you're going to follow up with your development of the bishop and play bishop b2. Now again, you're letting this bishop see this nice long diagonal. Now black is going to play bishop f5. And the reason is because later on in the game, you might want to play something like e6. And you don't want to lock your bishop up behind this pawn. So you're going to develop your bishop nice and early. Now white here is going to play knight f3. And knight f3 does a lot. You're controlling this d4 square, but you're also controlling this e5 square, which is massive if black wants to play e5 to develop their own bishop on this diagonal. So this knight does a lot of good. Now black is just going to mirror your position, and it's going to play knight f6. Now both sides are just playing really solid, really fundamental chess right now, just trying to develop. And the next move you're going to play really connects everything together, and it's going to be e3. Now e3 here connects everything. You're supporting the center. You are opening your other bishop up to see this nice long diagonal, and once you end up moving the bishop, you're also giving a nice little castle here. Now, a primary example of another move you would play after e3 is if black decides, you know what, I am going to play e6. In this position, you would develop with something like c4. You have this nice double pawn structure here. Your bishop sees this nice long diagonal. Your bishop doesn't see a long diagonal yet, but later on in the game, you will have a nice long diagonal for the bishop to see. And this is what makes this opening so flexible, is you can steer it into different types of positions. You can steer it into a Reti opening. You can steer it into a more traditional Nimzo Larsen. It's perfect for players who like calm, strategic play, to control the game slowly, and to wait for the right moment to strike, because you have so many pieces that are nicely developed right now. So whether you call it, the Reti opening, the Nimzo Larsen, this setup is great for learning how to play with purpose and patience, which is what a beginner really needs to learn. Alright, so I really like this next opening. It's the Scotch game, and I'm going to go a little deeper into it than I have with the other ones, but I'm also going to show you the basics of the Scotch if you just want to learn the basics. It's going to start with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and this is where the Scotch starts, d4. Now the knight and the pawn are putting immediate pressure on black's e5 pawn, and then black needs to do something about this, so they're going to take. And now the knight is going to take back. And now on this position you have beautiful diagonals for the bishops to look at here. Ignore my second line, it was not straight. You're going to have beautiful diagonals for the bishops to look at here. Your knight's going to be in the center, you have a pawn in the center. White's looking pretty good. So black's going to continue its development, and it's going to play c5. And c5 is putting some pressure on this knight. It's also eventually wanting to look at this f2 square here. So the knight's going to retreat back, and it's going to go to b3. Now in this position, since the knight is putting immediate pressure on the bishop's going to move back. And it's going to move back to b6. Now white's going to continue its development, and it's going to play knight c3. Now knight c3 helps keep control of the center. It's defending its pawn as well. And it's a very balanced position because, again, both bishops, again, have beautiful diagonals to look at. So black is just going to try and mirror development, and it's going to play knight f6. And this is where my favorite move comes in, and it's this one right here, queen e2. Now queen e2 does a lot of good in this position. It's supporting the e4 pawn. It's preparing something like bishop e3. It's also preparing bishop g5, and it's keeping the king safe. And you have potential castling lines after you play e3 or g5. So the Scotch game is perfect for learning how to play with that initiative. You know what I mean? The going quick and attacking the center. You're opening the center early, you develop fast, and you create tension before your opponent can even get comfortable. This particular line here with queen e2 also gives a lot of flexibility, whether you castle king side, or maybe you go, king side, or maybe you go queen side eventually. It depends on how your opponent's going to respond. So if you want a sharp, active opening that follows great, solid principles, I would try the Scotch game. It's straightforward, it's powerful, and it's great for catching your opponents off guard.